name is Coleridge, Minto. I am a law enforcement officer or police officer serving in the Jamaica Constabulary Force for the last 15 years. At some stage in my career, I wanted to develop myself academically first, and so I got myself registered with the University College of the Caribbean. My first course was the Bachelor's in Business Administration, and when I was through with that course, I moved on to doing the Executive Master's in Business Administration. Not satisfied, felt there was still so much more to be done. I moved on to doing the Master's in Public Administration, which of course was the Commonwealth Masters in Public Administration. As part of public life, I wanted to understand the inner workings and understand how government operates, and therefore, having done the Executive Masters in Business Administration, which has had its core in terms of the main courses, being part of government and the public life and public circles, I wanted to understand more about how government operates, how policies are made, how legislations are made. And that is why I chose to do the Masters in Public Administration, which was a Commonwealth Masters. And so we were able to look not only at Jamaican context, but things that were happening in the Commonwealth and in the region. The content of the course was excellent. One of the things which made this course stand out for me was the fact that we had facilitators who were not only academically qualified to deliver the course, but they were also practitioners in the field. And therefore, you were getting both a theoretical perspective and a practical experience in them delivering the course. And so with that marrying together of experience and practice made the course much richer in terms of the delivery and content of the course. If I were to select one of the course to be my favorite, it would be Public Systems Management. Particularly because that course taught me how to understand systems of government, understands how the various policies are made, and it is very applicable in what I'm doing today in the ministry and where I work today. And so that was one of my favorite courses. Another course I did, which was very excellent, and that was Quality Management. Simply because in a number of the processes and things that we do, we want to ensure that there is, and we learned the course, TQM, Total Quality Management. And so that was a very applicable course, not just for passing an exam, but is being used today in my everyday life. I'll start out by saying I was in charge of recruiting for the force at some stage whilst I was doing the course. And in fact, when I did my master's program in public administration, I actually did my research on recruiting of the JCF, and looking at where we had some areas that could do with improvement. And so I did my research on recruiting and looking on the whole matter of the 7 processes involved in that process. And thereafter, we were able to make significant changes in terms of how we conduct and do the process of recruiting, selecting, and putting people into the force. So very applicable. Where I am today, I would have benefited tremendously. There's a gem I learned at primary school that says, heights by great men reach and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, whilst their companions slept, were toiling upwards in the night. I've spent several years of studying and preparing myself for advancement and qualifying myself academically. When I started studying at UCC, I was a constable of police. And after several years, happy to report, I'm an assistant superintendent of police. And so studies are important. It has helped certainly with hard work for that upward mobility and recognition by the organization. And so the courses that I have done at UCC would have contributed to my development in life. Based on my experience, based on my studies here, being here for 9 years, I strongly recommend the Executive Masters in Public Administration, and for persons who are seeking not only career advancement, but academic advancement, then I suggest that you choose the Masters in Public Administration at the University College of the Caribbean.